This is Eric Hunker, Front Row Report. Third day of Rockin' the Rage, and today I'm sitting here with Jonny from
bless you
Art of Dying.
For 3 days, bless you, man.
Yes, man.
What a trip.
You got to do the festivals, brother.
Yeah.
You got to do the festivals. So you guys have been going for about 3 years, finally back. How's it feel to be back?
You know, it feels great. You kind of, when you go away and make a record and you come back to the live show, it's there's question marks in your head. You know, you're like, oh, I remember a live show, but, and then you hit the stage, and then you see the people, and then you start singing, and you're back. It's like riding a bike. It's so much fun.
Oh yeah, man. When you hit the stage today, it was like you had just done it yesterday.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
second show in 3 years.
Woo, bitchin'. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the new EP, Rise Up. Is this a prelude to a full length that'll maybe come out later on, or?
Absolutely. Full length is done.
Oh, is it?
It's done. It's going to be out this summer.
Excellent.
And it was just taking us a little longer than we wished. So we talked to our label and got them to leak out 5 songs early. We just thought our fans deserved it. Everyone's been patient, and we just thought, here's 5 songs. Those 5 songs are on the record too, so it's like, but the 13-song record will be out this summer.
How do you think that this one here differs from Virtue and Vices?
Yeah, Vices and Virtues.
Virtues, yeah, I said that backwards.
You know what? That just says something about you.
Not in a good way, right?
It's very different, man. We made that record with Howard Benson in LA, and we kind of cakewalked it, to be honest. We rolled in there.
Oh, wow.
And lived kind of the LA dream, you know, like we were rolling in with 90 beers and a bottle of champagne and a 60 of vodka, and at the end of the night, you know, we'd only work like 6-hour days, and then we go back to the hotel and sit in the hot tub with Brazilian girls, and just, I'm not kidding, that was the record. And we did that for 3 months. We had a Suburban rented. I don't even know if we ever used it. Oh, really? I think it was like $20,000 for the rental. Like, that's the kind of record that was, you know? It was very throwback to the LA Times, you know? And this record was completely the opposite. It was about the music, it was about the message, it was about challenging ourselves. You know, I don't want to discount Vices Virtues. Like, there was a lot of songs in there with a lot of message, you know, but they were written before we got there. We wrote half this record in the studio. We were pushed to the brink of our wherewithal. Like, we had nothing left when it was done.
Oh, wow.
So it's a musical, you know, in our minds, it's a musical masterpiece, and we're extremely proud of what we went through and what came up with it.
Oh man, I'll tell you what, if the first 5 are any indicator, it's gonna be amazing. Being that you put so much into it, do you have like any certain goals you hope to accomplish? Do you hope this one here will take you to a certain level?
You know, the live experience is what we're embarking upon, right? So I can see crowds really getting into this record because it is deep musically and lyrically, and but it's also got like themes like Rise Up that are just very plain and simple. You know, people ask me what Rise Up is about, and I'm like, well, it's about rising the fuck up. You know, it's about
pretty self-explanatory.
Taking your life back. And you know, I was rolling around Pittsburgh last night, or a suburb of Pittsburgh.
That's where I'm from, brother.
Are you?
Yeah, that's my market.
We played at the Palisades in McKeesport
with Apocalyptica.
Yeah, last night, and I was walking around there with Kale. We were looking for a bite to eat, and it was pretty burned out little neighborhood, you know?
Yeah.
And I was feeling like, I'm from Canada. When I come to the States, sometimes I get the impression that Rise Up might resonate with a lot of people, because it feels like in America's journey that a lot of people need to kind of take their life back right now, you know? Like, I love Breaking Bad, you know what I mean? But the fact that is a consumable television show says something about the time we're in. You know, the fact that everyone's watched that show, and the fact that people understand that lifestyle and either end of it, whether you're cooking it or doing it, it's time to fucking rise up and take your life back. And I didn't write that for that, but now I'm back in the States rolling around and I'm like, I wrote this for myself, but I think people are gonna understand it.
Yeah, I think it's a common theme that everybody can really wrap their head around.
Hell
to
yeah.
Take control of yourself.
Yeah. Take responsibility and
live life.
yeah.
New single, it's crushing the radio. Video's doing very well. Love the video, the dueling guitar solo with Dan in there. How's it working with Dan Donegan again?
You know,
I know he's a real champion for you guys.
Exactly, he is our champion. It's a great word. He's our big brother. He's our guardian angel. He discovered us. To have him continue on with us, jump in there. Everyone's dying to hear a little Disturbed right now, and they've been out of action for a few years. So to have him come and lay that solo down was just a thrill, and then to have him come out in the video and do it live, it was just amazing too.
How's the current tour going? Yeah, I know you're just really getting into it.
Day two. Yeah, first show was last night. Second show today. So far, so good. I think we hit the ground running.
Yeah, no doubt, right? Let me ask you, you're hitting the major festivals, all of them. Is there certain places that you've really enjoyed playing, and are there certain places you're still looking forward to playing? Like, can you share any really fond memories from...
There's so many. I've never had a bad night at a show, to be honest, because it's always just people that are affected by music. And the stories from town to town, whether it's someone telling me how get through this and change their life, or I try and help them through something, it never gets old to me, right? And I just love meeting the people and hearing the stories.
I can't blame you. I know you don't have much time, so let me hit you with a couple real quick ones here. The double-edged sword of social media these days. So easy to get your music out, but so hard to really make your proper money off of it. Do you have feelings on it either way?
I do, because I own a record label in Canada as well as, Front Art of Dying, and I think music will always find a way. And a lot of people got into music maybe to make money, and that's the wrong reason to get into music. So now I think people that are playing music need to just enjoy what they're doing. And so maybe music's free, maybe charge something, I don't know, but as long as you're enjoying every night, and as long as if you aren't enjoying it, then stop. Right? And it's not about making a killing. Some genres are about making a killing. Rock and roll is about lifestyle.
It is. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So let me ask you, for you, it's obvious that you live, breathe rock and roll, you have the label and everything. For you, was there a defining moment in your life when you knew you wanted to be a musician? Or was it just something you kind of stumbled into? Like for me, music was, I opened up that Kiss album, Double, Alive 2, and saw that middle picture and thought, holy crap, that's what I want to do.
Yeah.
Was there a moment for you?
My parents were super instrumental in getting me into music. They were both United Church ministers when I was growing up. So I just watched my dad every Sunday at the front of the church, and be bored out of my mind, sitting there like, fuck this. But it rubbed off, and a lot of his ministry is about music. So that part I was totally cool with, and I think we're all a little bit like our fathers and mothers in some way. So I grew up just yearning to be on stage and to hopefully pass on a positive message, and so that's all I've been doing all this time since. And I think I had a great moment with my guidance counselor in about, I think it was grade 9, somewhere around 15, and they were like, what do you want to do? I'm like, I want to sing in a band. And I'm from a town of 6,000 people in the prairies, and they're like, that's great. But if that doesn't work out, what do you want to do as a failsafe? And I just said, I don't think you understand. That's what I'm going to do. And all good. You need a B plan, financially to be stable, to support a family. 15, It's like, and I stood up and I said, you don't understand. I'm going to put all of my positive energy into singing and forming a band, and that's what I'm going to fucking do. This meeting is over. Get out.
All right, I'm going to hit you with a couple rapid fires and I'll let you go. Sure. First CD you ever bought with your own money?
Oh, Pearl Jam 10.
Cool. First concert you ever went to?
I did go to Pearl Jam in Calgary at a gymnasium. I can't remember the name of the place. Mac Hall. Cool.
All right, of the shows that you've either seen live or played live, what has been your favorite live event?
I always go back to this show in Toronto. We were opening for Disturbed, and we were stupid and ballsy and played songs that we wrote backstage that night and stuff like that. And we hit this one part in this one song, and I felt like I was about that far off the ground. And it wasn't really. I'm still trying to figure out whether I just felt that way or it happened. And that to me was just a pretty amazing feeling. Levitation.
Okay, what's next for you guys? After the album and the touring cycle, will you take a break or straight back into it?
Tour. America, Canada, hopefully Europe, Asia, South America. That's going to be the next 3 years.
Cool.
Yep.
Go see the shit, people. Any message for your fans?
Keep on keeping, man. We got to do this together.
Cool. Well, thank you very much, Jonny, for spending time with us.
Great interview, man. Thank you.
This has been Eric for the Front Row Report, where, as always, we keep you on the front lines of music.